there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here, and today we are going over NaNoWriMo. This is the second vlog in my NaNoWriMo series. So I'm still working on the same story, of course, because that's kind of the whole point. Once again, if you're not familiar with NaNoWriMo, the goal is to write 50,000 words in a month. In a 30-day period, you write 50,000 words. So let's get into it. As of recording this, it's a little after 10 in the morning on Tuesday, November 8th, so it's day 8, and I'm sitting at 15,224 words, which I like to think is pretty darn impressive. Their recommendation for what you should be doing today is, let's take a look, 13,333 words. So if you're good at math, you've probably picked up that I'm over that. Tomorrow's goal actually is 15,000, so I've actually beaten tomorrow's goal. And I like to stay 2 ahead on my writing for NaNoWriMo, 2 to 3 ahead, so that way when the slump comes and when I'm having a lazy day, I don't fall behind. I fall on time, if that makes sense. So where I would like to be is 16,667 words. But where I'd really like to be is 20,000 words before I clock in for work tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'll get there. I'm less than 5,000 words away, but that's still a lot of writing, and I've got other things to do today. So let's get into it. Last week I recorded my vlog on the 1st. I was still writing, still working, did more writing after I stopped filming and uploaded that. On the 1st, I got to 5,107 words, which is a really, really good first day. Like, that's a really good first day. I got to 5,107 words on the second day, meaning I didn't actually write anything on the second day, which is where that whole staying ahead thing comes in. Like, I found that it's better to stay ahead than to let myself fall behind. And that's just a me thing. Like, you can do what you want. Everybody writes at their own pace. Everybody writes their own way. It's a very personal thing. But for me, I know there are going to be days where I'm not going to write, where I'm not going to want to write. And so I need to stay ahead of myself. So on the 3rd, which I was dog sitting that day, so I updated this one on my phone, I got to 7,388 words, which is also pretty good. And then I didn't update on the 4th. I wrote on the 4th, but I didn't update my word count on the 4th, so it tracks it as not having written. On the 5th, I was still dog sitting, so I did 9,412 words, and that's for that day and the day before, so about 2,000 words each day. And then I had a big jump on the 6th when I got home. I uploaded everything from my Neo 2, which is this guy. This guy is my secret weapon. I love it so much. It's got Don't Quit Your Daydream on the side here. It says Killing It. And then up here, it says Write hard and clear about what hurts. It's got an Ernest Hemingway quote on it. I don't like Ernest Hemingway's writing, but his advice for writers is solid. It's not very specific. It's good and vague, but I think that's actually makes it slightly more helpful. So I got up to 13,371 words on the 6th. And then yesterday I was in a bit of a slump. I only got to 14,576 words because I had it, I'll put a picture up here, in my planner. I had it scheduled to kill off Nora and to kill off Cartavius in my story. And what did I do when it was time to kill off 2 characters in the same chapter? I went grocery shopping, and I went Christmas shopping, and I went to the craft store, and I bought some things to make a baby shower present, and to make a Christmas present for my partner, and you can see some of it behind me there. I cut out the pieces to make a vest. It's going to have dinosaurs on it, and it's going to be lined with kind of a yellow western bandana kind of fabric. You can see the fabric behind me. I did some pressing with my iron, things that I needed to press. Yeah, I did everything I could not to kill off those characters, and then I finally did it, and I felt so tired and so wrung out that I just couldn't do any more writing yesterday. So I had a very slow for me day yesterday. Yesterday I wrote less than 2,000 words yesterday. I wrote 1,205 words yesterday. which my personal goal is to write 2,000 words a day. Their goal is to write about 1,667 words a day. So I did not hit either goal yesterday, but I did what I was supposed to, and I killed off 2 characters. And then I went to a concert and had a great time. I saw Beeba Doobie with a good friend of mine, and it was a fantastic show. It was at the Granada Theater in Dallas. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. And then I went home. I emailed my doctor because I'm waiting on some test results, and then I went to bed and was promptly woken up before 4 o'clock in the morning by my cats because if you're paying attention to the dates and you're inside the United States, you know we just had a time change. And I'm taking the time change well. My cats are not taking the time change well. They still want to get fed at what they think is 4:30 in the morning, which is now 3:30 in the morning. So that's fun. They're very sweet kitties, but I just want to sleep, man. So I've been up since 4:30, and I've got to write what I finished writing before I started filming this. I didn't kill off characters. I had to write about the aftermath of them dying and how they've got to go through the steps of grieving before the character death can motivate them to do what they need to do. Each chapter break, it's told, with the exception of the prologue and the epilogue, which I've written the prologue, I haven't written the epilogue. Those are in first person. The rest of it's in third person, and we kind of switch whose point of view we're in. I'll label it before I go to print with who we're following that chapter. But each chapter kind of follows a different character. Mostly it follows Cassie, who's my main character, but it follows a lot of other different characters. And I would say I was having fun writing this until I had to kill off 2 characters yesterday, and then it's like, I'm still enjoying the story. I think it's a compelling story. I think it's an interesting story, but I don't really want to work on it. I kind of want to climb under the covers and hide with my cats. But I've got a word count to hit. I'm gonna hit it today. I'm gonna at least get to 16,667 words. I'm about 1,000 words away from that right now. Hopefully, I will get pretty darn close to 20,000 words before I have to clock in at 7 a.m. tomorrow for work. And yeah, are y'all doing NaNoWriMo? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about your stories. I'd love to hear about your journeys. Please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!